Matty Rants.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Matty Rants. I want to thank you so much again for joining me for another installment of Matty Rants Diaries here. Do take a look down below at the links. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Matty Rants, as well on Twitter as at the Matty Rants. So do follow me there. I know I owe you guys a Steven Universe rant as well as the Cartoon Network Then and Now video. That is coming this week. Promise, for reals, yo, okay? Today's Matty Rants Diaries is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to talk to you about some bullshit that social media likes to promote, and I myself cannot stand it anymore, okay? So hear me out on this, you guys. If you're one of these people who likes these videos and shares these videos, please stop it. Like, what is it doing? It's not doing anything. It's just basically bringing down everything and everyone around you, or putting you in a position to where you like that shit. Now, I'm all for seeing a movie with action. I'm all for the dramas. I'm all for horror movies, okay? I had a rant about Chucky on my Instagram. I think I'm gonna do a video about that too, but let's get back on topic here. I wanna talk about people that promote violence online, and more so get into those who utilize Facebook, Twitter, Instagram to show videos of people getting jumped, people fighting in schools, bathrooms, you know, all this mess, the arguments that take place, the fuckery, okay? Like real fuck shit. Like, and forgive me for the vulgarity of me using that word, but it's kind of like, why are you promoting that stuff for likes on Facebook and social media and anywhere else? Like, what is that about? You know, I see videos. Just yesterday, this bothered me, and it's always at night or even during, I'm not even gonna give it a specific time of day, but these people are promoting these videos where it shows this girls are fighting. And it's like a full-on 5-on-6, or, you know, 4-on-4, 1-on-1, whatever, however many you want to put it. It looks just, it's disgusting. Okay, and to me, what is that really doing for society? Where is that helping? For your entertainment? That's cute for you? Oh God, get over it. Like, if we're trying to be a nation that is full on peace, that has the ability to bring in people from all nations, colors, backgrounds, we're supposed to be that place. Why promote that stuff? Why show the ignorance that is already in place that should be stopped in the first place? And then on top of that, why is nobody stopping these people from fighting who are filming the shit? It has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with you once you start filming the fight. It has everything to do with you if you're sitting there with your camera. I'm using my iPad as example, and you're showcasing people beating up other people. It's fucking ridiculous. And you're a part of the problem when I see stuff like that. You are also the issue, because what you're doing is you're recording it, saving it, not even editing it, or possibly getting a 1 little minute snap in or whatever, and then you're posting it to your social media for likes and for people to go, damn, oh shit, oh she got dragged, oh he got his ass whipped, ooh they was fighting up in there. Like, give me a break. Like, because of these videos, I do not want to go to Waffle House. I don't want to go to Waffle, I mean, well, nobody, y'all, forgive me for this Waffle House, but bitch, every time I go, there's always shells in my scrambled eggs. Shit's not cooked all the way. I know you're trying to be fast, but I didn't go to McDonald's because I wanted to go to Waffle House to get me something to eat that was gonna be cooked on the counter. But back to the point here. I'm sorry I had a Waffle House rant there. But it's like, I don't want to go to certain places because I see violence always happening there. And then certain people will go, well, Matthew, that has to deal with more so people of a certain color than it has to do with people of another color. Okay, that's bullshit. And at the same time, I see what they're saying, because as people of color, I'm as bright as they come. Forgive, you know, I always say that here. But for my black people, my people, why are we pushing that shit out there? We're already looked at as being, you know, we're already being put in a place to where people don't respect us because of how we are labeled and how we are put in the media. We're already being labeled as people who are not having any kind of sense. I don't even know how to put it in words, but we're labeled as ghetto off the bat. Like a girl who could just be a whole Harvard grad, doctor degree, everything. But because she's black, she's labeled as ghetto by people of another color. And she's put in that position and she's put in that place to where people now have to look at her funny because of what is being promoted out there from her own people. And I'm not trying to blame all black people for this because I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody who is black is going to be violent and ignorant and all this and that and the other. There are also Hispanic people who are the same way. White people the same way. Promoting ignorance. Ignorant as fuck. Just wants to be angry at everything and all things of the above. But when you have so much going on right now in this world to where, you know, it's so much fuckery happening right now that we shouldn't be promoting shit like this. I'll give you some examples. I watched a video this morning of this girl and her mother on a bus. And the girl was beating up her mother on the bus. Beating her up. I mean, had her hair in full lock. And was just pow, pow, just knocking her in the back of her head. Her mother is screaming, help me, help me, help me. And everybody on the bus isn't doing shit. They're just sitting there watching this old, and she was an elderly woman too, get beat by her daughter, okay? No one did anything. People like, oh man, stop, oh, but they're just talking. No, jump. At this point in time, when shit like that happens, you have to stop. You have to jump in. You need to get the bus driver involved. Stop this motherfucking bus. You need to go ahead and get your ass up. Somebody has to do something. Because you're allowing that shit to go down. You're allowing this woman to be abused in front of other people. Another example. And this happens, why is this always subway trains and always buses? I don't know why there's always public transportation, but that's because you have a lot of different individuals meeting up in a one tiny confined space trying to get to the next location, and you just so happen to run across a crazy person. But another example, on a subway, this was on a train, okay? And this is where someone stepped in, and I was all for it. This black woman is sitting there, and she's minding her business, and this white man is next to her calling her a black bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. Called her the N-word, calling her all kinds of names, getting all up in her face. And she has her back to him like, I'm not really paying you any attention. And fuck you too. Fuck you too. You know, they're just going back and forth at each other. People are recording it and no one's doing anything about it. This man is now belittling this woman and sitting there and completely just demeaning her existence, okay? Just completely trying to get her to get a rise out of, trying to get a rise out of her so that he can fucking hit her. I can see it, okay? Now, me as a man, I'm not going to sit there and watch that go down. I'm sorry. Bitch, I'd have got up. He would have got knocked the fuck out. It would have been something to that accord, or I would have had to start an argument with him to get him off of her. Something would have went down, okay? And I'm not saying to solve violence with violence, but at one point or another, you got to step in when shit's going down, okay? But a black man came up and he socked the fuck out the dude. He said, boop, back up. Talk to me like that. Talk to me like that. I said, go on, brother. Because to me, I'm sitting there saying, why are you picking on this woman? Why are you worried about her? They showed the whole video. She never spoke to the man. He started just berating and just going off at her, just berating her. And I said, okay, this is too much. This is too much. It's too much. But another person stepped in and started socking the dude. And when I tell y'all, I was so baffled at the fact that someone tried to hold the black man back from beating up on this white man, because to me, I was like, why are you stopping him? He's basically popped him in the face to check his ass to let him know, I'm not the one. And I'm not gonna let you talk to anybody that way. And mind you, let it have been a white woman he was talking to, let it have been somebody else, I guarantee you the whole bus would have did something different. And even if they didn't do that, they all would have still been wrong. Do you feel what I'm saying? You have to step in certain situations and stop shit from happening. The same goes for the neighborhoods. These people out here in the hood, whatever you want to call it, neighborhood fights, whatever you want to call it. Why are you videotaping, young man? Why are you watching these women beat up each other? Why are you doing all of that? It's none of my business, but you're there and you're watching it go down. So it's now your business because now you know the story. You were there to tell it. It's now your business. Fucking stop it. Just stop it. Ooh, it burns me up just to see that shit happen. It really does. I don't know. I'm like, look at these men watch these women fight and not do anything to pull them back. And at the same time, what the fuck? So she has better hair than you. So she went and got some better bundles. Her Remy is long and strong and you're mad? She slept with your man. You're mad? Be mad at your man for sleeping with her. Not with her for sleeping with him. Regardless if she knew or not, she's a fucking thought. She's going to get hers later. Let karma do that, but not you. I'm not going to let that go down. No, fuck that. Because now, what if y'all go to jail over that stupid shit? Now you have that on your record and you're like, oh, I don't care. I went to jail for a good cause. There's never a good cause for going to jail. Unless you're, and I'll take that back. Unless you're standing up for your rights. And you already know that the system is meant to fuck you over. And I include that for people who protest for good things. You know, people who protest for the rights of others. And unfortunately, we have a system right now that is meant to be against us and not for us. So in that case, I'll say, by all means, you shouldn't be going to jail. But if you had to for the rights of others, go for it. But at the same time, if you're going in there for some dumb shit, you're stupid. Your life is ruined. It's on your record, never to be erased. Sorry about it, not sorry about it. Another point I'm going to point out here, and this is to my gay brothers and sisters and my trans sisters and brothers out there. There is another video, and T.S. Madison posted this video. I really want to remember the original person's name who put this to light, and she was talking about it, but I was with her when she was speaking, she's a trans sister. This trans woman was in a fight with a guy. Some man had walked by and said a slur to her, and she responded and kept walking. The man then followed her and tried to fight her. Now she's now winning this fight. I believe it was in New York. I could be wrong, but it was definitely in the city. This man and this trans woman and this man are now fighting. People are videotaping. You could see at least 10 to 15 phones out taping the shit, but no one's stopping it. Now, the guy's friend jumps in the fight and starts beating, I'm talking about beating this trans sister in the back of her head, kicking her in the ribs, stomping her while she's still on top of the other dude. So I'm giving her this much. Bitch, you was handling that because you're not going to let someone just call you out your name, then come chase after you for a fight. You're going to handle that. I got that, y'all. I get self-defense. But the fact the other dude was jumping in trying to beat the trans sister up with the other dude not being able to handle it. I mean, they both look scrubbed. They were both scrubbed, awful, yucky, ducky looking, terrible, fuckboy, real shit, okay? But all you could hear was another woman in the background go, "She's a man, she's a man." So why are y'all still not stopping the fight? Because it's a trans woman, you feel this bitch deserves to be beat up and killed? You all just gonna videotape that shit and go, man, that was crazy. It's disgusting. It was disgusting for the man to call the trans woman a slur. It was disgusting for the friend to feel like he needed to jump in and stomp her, beat her, pop her, do what he had to do. And it was more disgusting that people were standing around just videotaping it, not breaking up the fight itself. They weren't trying to break up shit. You're just videotaping it as a bystander. I have nothing to do with this. You have everything to do with it. You are involved, and you are not right for that. My point in this video is that when we see violence happen around us, when we see all this shit take place, don't be a bystander that sits there and go, well, I saw it went down, but I didn't want nothing to do with it. Yeah, you don't know what's in that person's pocket. You don't know if that person's packing a gun, a knife, whatever they may have on them. You don't know what is happening. But break that shit up. Break it up. Bring it to a hold. Call the police. Do something. Do something. I mean, I want to say call the police, and then I don't want to say call the police, because at this point in time, every video that I see that involves a police officer and people of color has to be social injustice. And it really is. And I'm sorry for those who are like, well, my dad's a cop, my uncle's a cop. I feel you. I hope, hey, keep them protected while they're in the line of duty. But at the same time, there are a lot of corrupt individuals in law enforcement right now that abusing their power against people of color, and they are taking it out on, I don't know why, you need to pull over this man for no fucking reason and take him out of his car for no reason. And once he goes for his pocket, you feel he's about to shoot you when he's really just reaching for his wallet, and now you've killed this man. And now you've been acquitted of the charges, and you get to walk around freely, still alive with your life intact. I don't get to work as a police officer anymore. Fuck you. You shouldn't be a police officer anymore. There should be better psych evaluations for those who are going into law enforcement who like to abuse the power. I'm not afraid to say this. I do not give a damn. I'll say this because it's true. You're letting people on the force who are clearly prejudiced, racist, have some kind of biased nature to themselves to where they can abuse the power that is given to them and then take it out on people who they feel do not deserve the right to live a practical life. Stop it. It bothers the fuck out of me, and it really does. And people are like, well, don't take it to heart, Matthew. I take it to heart because I have friends who are going to jail for no reason, getting tickets for no apparent reason, going to court and paying money for no reason over something that they didn't do. Baby, I can give y'all a police story about me being gay where I ended up having to fight for my life at one point in time. That is going to be another day. I'm not going to have it today because that is going to be something that I need to showcase. Real deal movie version of what happened to me, okay? I've had some real fucking horrible incidences with police and law enforcement in general, okay? But again, the point of this is y'all stop being bystanders, stop sitting in the background and just looking at shit and letting it happen. Stop promoting it online. It's entertaining to you, find new entertainment. That shouldn't be entertaining to you. You want to see a fight? They have boxing. They have people in professional sports that fight each other that you can watch, okay? That's a professional sport. Seeing people squab and square up in the streets, just in public, that's gross. That shit's gross. I'm all about self-defense if somebody comes for you, but if you're the person that pulling out your phone when you see someone start fighting, you're garbage. Jump in. Break it up. Call the police. Do something to stop the situation. Do something to break it up. Someone's going to lose their life for no apparent reason. Okay? Over nothing. And again, if you see racism happening in front of you and someone's just yelling out racial slurs as well, being abusive to another person, shut that shit down. That video that came out of that, this man is in a wheelchair in the airport going in on these people who were, I cannot remember what, if he was Puerto Rican or whatever, it doesn't matter. He was a Hispanic man or of Spanish descent, and the guy was telling him to go back to his country, and he was screaming at the top of his lungs at the airport. That video went on for like 5 to 6 minutes. That went on for way too long. There's no way in the world I would have sat there and let some fucking fool think that it's okay to tell someone to go back to their country. At all. You're in the airport. People go in and out the airport from different countries all the time. It doesn't even matter if it's at the airport or not. Anywhere it happens. Target, with that woman who was trying to read up them people who were doing their exchanges in the customer service line for Target. That was some bullshit. She would have got her ass worn out if I was in that line. It's happening everywhere. Don't be a bystander. Be somebody that helps. Be a part of the change. Don't be the problem. You just sitting there and allowing it to happen is just as bad as the person who is abusing, who is fighting, who is utilizing their power in the wrong way, okay? I thank you all for joining me again for another installment of Matty Rants Diaries here. Sorry I went off the loop and went a little crazy there, but somebody has to say something. And if I'm going to be the one to say it, then so fucking be it, okay? Remember the links down below. Also, stay tuned later on this week. We'll have something more fun and exciting to talk about. Well, I mean, this was exciting, but something on the lines of cartoon fuckery bullshit. So again, I thank you for joining me. I love y'all so very much. Take care, and we'll talk later, okay?